Alright guys, I think I'm live here for Chess University, and we're just about to start the Simul here. So if you're watching on Twitch and commenting there, good. And I am getting some challenges already, so if you've already sent me a challenge, I do see you, and I'm going to start accepting games momentarily. Right now I'm just watching Fabiano play some Bullet, it seems, against this FIDE master from Florida, I think. And it looks like the tech is going well, and I see I'm getting a bunch of challenges. So keep those coming in, guys. I'm gonna think we're doing 25 seats for the Simul today. Maybe if some games finish early, I'll add on some at the end. But I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. And I need to actually open up the stream so I can see what you guys are commenting as well. And yeah, this is our first kind of official stream for Chess University that's outside a Prodigy program. So if you're here, you probably know us from the Prodigy program, the live classes that we teach. And but this is going to be kind of open to the general public as I'm accepting challenges from all players here. All right, see you guys in the chat. Looks like we have quite a bit of views so far, so that's cool. Let me make sure all my settings here are working well. And we're going to get the Simul started very, very soon. I expect to win a lot of games today. The time control is going to be 40-20, which means 40 minutes plus 20 seconds per move. Hopefully this means I won't flag in too many games, but I'll try to do my best. I really want to play well and score some brilliancies in addition to taking as many points off you guys as possible. Okay, I think the settings are pretty good. So I'm going to start accepting challenges here, and I'm going to just kind of count as I go along to see how many I have. Okay, so let's see here. How do I have to actually find my challenges here. Here we go. Okay, 1. Number 2, Mr. Squiggle, I remember you from earlier. Number 3. And I'm gonna just start making moves here as I get the Simul going, just to get the opening set off. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I gotta close out of these Caruana games because they're confusing me. Okay, I have 7 games so far. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's go with the Sicilian here. Let's play e4. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's make some more moves just to make sure we don't get timed out here. I'm going to be defending all my main lines today. My King's Indian, my e4, e5, my Sicilian. I have no fear. 18, 19. I think that's 20. At this point, I'm just kind of guesstimating here. And actually, the Simul is set up really nicely, where it just automatically takes you to your next game, which is really cool. Let's accept that. And okay, I need to figure out how many games I have here exactly. I think I'll probably accept maybe 5 more. And then there's one national master who wants to play out. I think this is my friend Matt, actually. Okay, I'm going to accept him. So we're going to see one game against the title player as well. Okay, that game was aborted. And we have a couple of French here. I'm going to play the opening in this really quick, and then we're going to start doing some actual commentary. Let's go for the King's Indian here. C3, okay, he wants to play the Joko piano. Absolutely. Oh, let's play E4. Okay, let's go for Queen E7. This is an old Alekhine specialty. All right, Queen's Gambit on the board. Petrov defense. That's surprising. And let's play Knight F3. Okay, Knight C3. And here we have the Benko. I really like this move, Queen C2 here. Okay, another King's Indian. And Grunfeld where he takes on C4. Interesting. Okay, guys, I might accept a couple more challenges here because I kind of lost track of the games. I think that's about 25, but I could be wrong. Right now I'm just focusing on all of these different openings that we're getting. I feel like I might get beat up a little bit in the opening here as players are playing their favorite lines, and I'm going to have to kind of improvise as I go along here. Okay, Knight takes E4. Oh, this was the Petrov. So that makes sense that you grab that pawn. Okay, King's Indian. More King's Indian. Okay, Bishop B4 check. Let's take here. I guess my goal is to get to a position where it's not my turn on every single board. That would be probably the ideal, I imagine. Okay, let's play C5. Sicilian. The King's Indian here. Okay, I think the theoretical move is Knight takes E4, so we're going to do that. This is going to be a Benoni. Okay. Open Sicilian there. Bishop G4. I think we should play Knight BD2. Let's just strengthen that knight. Bishop E2. Guys, I'm probably going to have a slightly tough time following the chat. Maybe actually I'll just pop it out so I can keep a better look at it. And I see there's some drama going on. So that's how you know this is a real Twitch show, is that there's drama in the chat. Okay, 4 pawns attack. I think we have to castle here. Slav, let's play Queen C2. King's Indian. Let's go for Knight BD7. Very flexible. Bishop F4. And I'm slightly beginning to regret only asking for 20 seconds for the increment. I wish I had more time, but you know, we'll see how it goes. And I felt like if I do get flagged in a couple games today, then so be it, right? This is a show for the crowd, and I think it's not fun when like the GM or the IM, when they get like a perfect score, it's kind of a little bit, oh man, like no one got one against them. That's crazy. So I'm happy if some people score some upsets today. Okay, a lot of Slavs today. I guess we'll play the exchange here. Another King's Indian. Let's do E takes D5. And Bishop D6. Okay, offering a trade. I'm going to say no thank you. Bishop G5. Okay, now we're getting to the point where I have to start calculating in some games. And that's not going to be fun for anyone. No, I'm just kidding. That's going to be great. Okay, Bishop takes F7. Yeah, this is the theory here. Here we're still pretty early in the French. Bishop D7. Okay, at some point, you know, you just have to take this pawn in the Benko and live to tell the tale. Okay, D4. This game, I think I'm doing okay. I'm just going to step back. Bishop B6. Okay, let's get that tempo. And let's play knight c5 here. 4 pawns attack. You have to challenge the space advantage. I appreciate everyone from Chess University helping me out with the tech stuff here. I'm going to try to guess. I have 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I have about 27 games here, guys, so I'm not going to be accepting any more games. I do apologize if I didn't get to your game, but we will be doing more simuls actually every 2 weeks or so. Okay, I'm going to play my favorite line with g3. So if you don't get a chance to play today, although I might accept some soon enough, you will have another chance in 2 weeks. Okay, a6 here. I think we have to push this pawn forward, not give him the full Benko competition. Okay. Queen b3 check, d5. Maybe I'll accept one game. I noticed that there was someone from the Prodigy. Oh yeah, Jalen. Okay, I'm accepting your game because you were in the Prodigy program class and I know you really wanted to play. Alright, so we're going to cap it at 28. We promised 20. Then I said maybe we should do 25. We ended up with 28. So I think we're going to cap it there. And because I have enough on my plate, guys. I mean, it's not going to be fun watching me just flag on all these boards. Although so far I feel like I'm in the zone. I'm kind of just playing my my typical openings. Okay, this game I was a little worried about this Queen e7 check because I feel like I kind of misplayed it a little bit. I don't want to play King d2, Bishop f4. That would be really annoying. King d2 would be great though, just to get Rook e1 on the board, but of course that's not going to work here. I think we're going to have to acquiesce to the queen trade. Okay, queen takes b6, that's fine. I'll get that tempo with knight c4 later on. Bishop g7, let's play h3. Okay, the French, we have to go for it. g6, e3. Okay, here we have the c3 Sicilian, trades queens. And let's go for the initiative. I feel like if I get a chance to play e5 and attack your knight, guys, I'm just going to do it. Let's see. How do we continue here? Let's play h3. And bishop b5. Okay, I think we should play knight c4. a6. I really want to play e5 on this board. But I think it's too soon. I think I'm going to start with bishop f4. Okay, e3. Okay, this is actually a theoretical position in this line in the Italian game. I feel like black should actually play rook f8. Rook e8 looks the more natural. Rook f8 I think is better. Okay, bishop e7, very theoretical here. Oh, he trades on f6. Okay. You know, it's funny. I thought I wouldn't be able to remember any of these games that I'm playing, and that every time I saw the game again, it would just be a new position. But no, I feel like that's not the case at all. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this game. Although I'm getting a ton of Benko gamuts today. I did not anticipate how popular the Benko was. Okay, knight c3. Let's take here. And let's castle queenside, put more pressure. Here, let's get some space. Okay, 4 pawns attack. Bishop g5, I think we have to play d6. Actually, it's funny, someone brought up the John Bartholomew simul. That was actually what I had watched. Let's play Kramnik style. That's actually what I watched to prepare for today's games, because I was wondering, how do these simuls usually go? And I think John did great, but he was also playing with a longer time control, because he was doing 45 minutes with 45-second increment. Now, if we did 45-second increment, the problem is it would just take too long, and we really wanted the simul to finish within 2 hours, or at least most of the games to finish 2 hours, because that's kind of the that's our slot for chess.com. Okay, he's giving me a pawn here on d5, but I feel like I should just take it, right? What am I missing here? Yeah, let's take the pawn. If it's a blunder, so be it. Okay, bishop f5. Let's keep developing. Knight c3. Yeah, I think black plays a5 here. Might be messing up the line, but I remember doing some preparation in that position, and it was very dangerous. Okay, here I need to play for f5. I also need a5. And here I need to develop. So yeah, I think 45 seconds, that would give me enough time, and then I could definitely do like 40 games or more, but I feel like it would just take too long. Okay, bishop f4 check is a big threat, so I should probably double rooks, or just play king to b1, just to be safe. Yeah, I like king b1. Okay, e6, let's castle. Knight c3, let's take. Here we definitely take on e6 and weaken those light squares. And, okay, c5, I think we advance. I am actually not going to be in San Diego next weekend. And if you're referring to the US Amateur, I think that's up here in Northern California, but I will be playing. Okay, knight f6, I want to play e5. I think I'm just going to castle. Okay, queen b3. And now I really just want to sacrifice on f3 here. So let's take on c3, and then what queen takes. So we have to sacrifice on f3 first. Then takes, we take on c3. Yeah, I think that's going to be good enough. And then bishop h3. Alright, I think that's a winning sacrifice. I'm not 100% sure, but I've seen the idea before and I think it works. Okay, g5 we can maybe take, but bishop takes g5, they have bishop takes f3. I think we have to just go back. Maybe I miscalculated something there. Okay, exchange kings India, no problem. This one, let's play queen c7. Okay, here I need to start posing some problems. Maybe rook e1. Okay, light squares on this one. I'm going to play g3 just to illustrate the point. Bishop b7. Oh, I can take on h6, right? Can I just take right away? Yeah, everything's covered. He has e5 or b4 maybe. But I feel like I'll have e5. Maybe I should just play e5 here. Yeah, I'll just play it here. Okay. This one, let's castle. And what would really be helpful is if someone could kind of do some math and figure out how quickly I have to play here. Of course, I should not blunder my rook in one move. And did I just blunder this pawn on h4? Oh, I totally did. Okay. I'm going to pretend that was not a blunder and that I sacrificed this pawn to open the h-file, and I will be checkmating my opponent there. Bishop e3 on the board. I think we should play c6. I wish I could go in and explain more, but I'm just worried that I'm going to be running out of time, basically. And let's see. Let's play bishop g5 or bishop g7. I feel like we should just pull back. Okay, e6. Here I want to keep the space advantage, so I'm just going to castle. Where do I play g4? I think g4. Okay, let's play the archangel. Knight bd7. Maybe bishop e2. Yeah, I definitely did not sign up for the San Diego Open, so if I'm listed in the advanced entries there, that is a mistake. But they've actually listed me, I feel like they've listed me at their tournaments before, the San Diego Chess Club, which is kind of funny because I haven't signed up for a tournament there in quite some time. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. I feel like I'm doing okay on time. The games are getting interesting. I think we have to play knight d2, but I don't like knight e5. Okay. Trades queens. Queen b3. I'm not really afraid of this move. I'm just gonna castle. Rook e8. Let's take on d5. Here, let's take that. 4-pawn attack. Okay, I think we should play bishop g4 here. Yeah. Okay, knight e5. So if I take, maybe takes on e2. I'm up a pawn here, so I don't have to don't have to do anything fancy. I can even think about trading rooks. Yeah, let's do that. Let's figure out if that position's winning. Okay, take on d5. Let's take this way. Queen a5. Should I have been worried about this move? I feel like probably not. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sacrifice some material here. One way or the other. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just take that knight. Keep things simple. Okay, c3, d6. 4. Oh, I really should be pre-moving in these positions, huh? Okay, yeah, I think bishop d3 here is pretty much obliged. Rook d1, let's play rook e8. Queen b6. Yeah, honestly, my strategy here is just to kind of look for moves that are going to be useful for me in the position without having to calculate so much. This one I was worried about a little bit, but I feel like I should be doing okay here. Maybe not. Could be way off. Okay. Let's put pressure on that guy. And let's do we castle here? And if so, which way? Probably queenside. Let's make things interesting. Okay, a4, bishop b7. Okay, and now I think I'm just gonna pull back. Gotta play some defense there. Okay, c3, bishop g4. Here, let's castle. h3. Yeah, black has some plan here in this endgame, this King's Indian endgame with the c6 pawn. Just trying to make use of the square. I feel like bishop f8 here is going to be a useful move. Knight c7 also. Probably knight c7. Okay, rook takes, bishop takes. Should have pre-moved there. Okay, here we have to go for mate. So probably g4 is going to be the way to go. Just kind of my guess. Here, I'm not worried. Bishop b6. Bishop a6 here. Okay. Queen e2. Seems like a move. But I can also just take, play a3. I kind of like that. And maybe I'll... Oh, but I can't pre-move, right? Because it just switches automatically. Okay, this move was really passive. He's trying to play knight f5, but I don't think this is the right way to play in this position. But how do we punish it? Probably bishop c2. Okay, bishop f4 wants to put some pressure. I think we can get away with this. Here, let's play b3. Okay, I'm starting to get some of the same games, so I think we're starting to get people to kind of think. So I'm not just running out of time everywhere, but hopefully that stays the case. Okay, here he really wants to play b4, so we have to stop him. Trade. Okay, he wants to take this pawn, but I have queen a4 check, so I'm just going to castle. Hopefully he's not listening to the stream. Okay, rook takes f3, rook e1. Now that can't be right. I mean, I think you have to at least accept the sacrifice. So g takes f3, I would have played bishop h3, threatening queen g5, and then maybe white has a defense, I'm not sure. Here, I understand you're hitting the knight, but I feel like this can't really work from white's perspective. Minimum, I can just take on c3. Okay, I should be accurate here because I don't want to lose the game by miscalculating. Like queen h4, he can take on e4, for example. Okay, I'm just going to keep things simple because any rook move he can take on e4. Maybe I just play king h8. Yeah, that looks good. And then if he takes the rook, I think I have a mate. Okay, so king h8, I just get out of the way. Hopefully I didn't miscalculate there. Okay, he wants to take the b2 pawn, and I want to not let him do that. 95. To trade or not? I feel like let's just improve our king. Okay, knight a3. The pawn's not hanging, so I'm going to play castles. Useful move. b5. Okay, so this is kind of a sack, kind of not really. Let's take. Okay, so against early b5, and this is selling the bishop on g2, I think you have to look for these e5 breaks. I'm not sure if it works here or not. Take, take, take. Or take, take, knight d7. That doesn't look so clear to me. I think I'm just going to play a3, just keep it simple. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just making sure everything is still working. Okay, knight f5, we have to take. I feel like, yeah, everything is going well. Appreciate everyone tuning in to the Simul. I do apologize if I wasn't able to accept your game, but we do have kind of a limited time. And here, queen d3. This really invites me to win a tempo with either knight e5 or bishop h5, bishop g6. But I think maybe just a6. You always want to pose the question to this bishop: where are you gonna go? Okay, here white should look for some breakthrough, like e6. E6 looks good. E6, e7, or I just open up the king. That looks really good. Should I look for something better? Nah. Okay, bishop b7. Let's play king h1, improve our king. Okay, castles. He didn't fall for it. b3. Castles. Okay, so here white sometimes threatens this and then bishop takes e6, but that doesn't work, right? So I'm just going to play b6 and hope for the best. Okay, bishop takes. Let's take with the pawn, strengthen our center. Rook a, b8. Okay, we have to put this knight on d2. All right. f6. Oh boy. Well, I think we're gonna have a checkmate on this board. Should I just? Oh, I can't castle. I just wanted to castle. How do we break through here? What would Kramnik do? I feel like this is a critical moment where we should just play like knight d5 or f5 or rook h6. Yeah, this one's got me a little bit stumped. I'm gonna burn some clock here, I guess. But it's the right thing to do to kind of open up the position and get some counterplay against white's king. Maybe g5? No, that doesn't seem right. Yeah, what to do here? Maybe king e2? Is that a move? Get the second rook in the game? Yeah, that's my best guess. But that one is not looking good. Okay, this one, I really need to break through. I think knight d5 looks pretty good with the idea knight e7 check. Gonna go for that. Rook e1. Okay, it's time to play f5. This is a King's Indian after all. d5, the knight can drop back. Okay, King's Indian endgame. Here we want to transfer our knight somewhere good. Maybe knight h5, knight f4. Yeah, that seems doable. Okay, I kind of wanted to go for this king and pawn endgame, because I'm curious if the double pawns there give white any kind of advantage. I'm just curious. I just want to find out. I don't know if I'm going to win that game, but we'll see. Okay, here, bishop should be on b2. Knight takes e4. I was not expecting that one. But I feel like black is giving up too many pieces to go for this tactic here. I'm just going to take. I don't think this works. Okay, bishop c2. Let's put the knight on g6. f3. Okay, now we don't want to play f4 if we don't have to. So I want to play h5, bishop h6 next move. Bishop takes f6. What was going on here? Oh, I remember this game. Okay, queen takes is probably fine. Oh, and we're going to get the king and pawn in game. Okay, we're going to see how that one turns out. I have the extra pawn there, but it's doubled, so what do you think? We never know. All right. Queen takes b5 here. And I think we have to go for the dark square attack. And let's see, what are we going to do here? Do we take? I think we have to take. h5. Oh, I'm not actually happy about this one. Oh no, I blundered this one so terribly. Oh man. Oh, he's got the h pawn there. That is upsetting. That is very, very unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, well, that was fun. That was fun, guys. I guess we figured that one out real quick, what the evaluation was there. This one, I get the 2 pieces for the rook. I'm happy with that. Okay, e5. Do we trade or do we keep? I feel like we keep. And this guy, Triple X here, is roasting me in the chat that it was obvious. I do agree. I completely forgot that the G pawn there is not is moving to f3. So that was quite unfortunate. Okay, e5 here. We usually have to take and give black the outside pass pawn. Let's see, knight fd7. Keep going for the attack. Well, we're gonna get at least one upset. That is true. All right, queen d2. Okay, he took on e5. I was kind of hoping for this and kind of, you know, not hoping for it at the same time. Let's see here. I think we're gonna have to come up with something interesting here, because this one is not looking good. We could play g5. Yeah, let's play g5. I mean, it's losing, but it could work. Okay. He took the rook here. I think I can just take. Knight g5. Okay, threatening mate is probably a good idea, just in terms of general strategy. h4. Okay. I'm going to play king d1. We'll see how that game turns out. Let's see, knight on f4. Should we play h5? How does black improve the position here? That's the question. I think a5 is possible, but it also weakens things. Bishop e6 is okay. I think maybe h6 is the way to go. Okay, this one, I think we have to start going for the attack. So h3 there. Here, okay, do we open up the king? I mean, we definitely could sacrifice. But I think we should just go back. Oh, and to the guy who's the guy who's complaining, I actually didn't abort the game. This game was just aborted by the server. I don't know why it did that, but I noticed that it did as well. But I didn't actually click abort myself, or if I did, it was a complete accident. So I do apologize about that. I know that was probably not fun. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to accept or I should say I didn't mean to restart that game. Okay, so he found h3. I was kind of hoping he would take on g3 here. Okay, I'm going to resign this one, not to waste any more time. Small Fry GM, congrats. And, oh yeah, all these games are rated, so that's great. Let's close this one, go to the next game. Wow, I can't believe I lost 280 points there on that king and pawn endgame. That is, well, brutal. Okay, knight takes e5. Let's see. Do we take and move the knight, or knight a4? Or do we just play the rook somewhere, like rook d1? I think that move is good. Yeah, I would say next time the guy that the game got aborted with, I will give me your username and I'll make sure to accept you. Although I won't be playing next week, but we will have a simul, I think, in 2 weeks with another one of the coaches here at Chess University. Okay, let's play rook to e8 here. Bishop d2. Okay, we got to go for the attack. Yeah, I think the yeah, it's pretty fast paced, this simul. Okay, queen takes b3. I think that's good. Black should be going for the endgame here. And I should definitely keep the queens on the board. Because we all know what happens when you go into endgames, right? You just lose immediately. Okay, a5. Yeah, how are we going to crack this one? I really want to get that knight to d4. Maybe play f5. Yeah, I think we can get away with weakening our kingside. Okay, queen f3. Now let's play h6. Let's kick this knight back. g6. Let's play queen e2. Okay, he took the bishop. So we're gonna have a real, we're gonna have a fun one here. Let's start opening things up. All right, knight c7. I think put the knight on c4. That never went wrong. Okay, king h8. Now let's start. I think we should start pointing our pieces at the king. Okay, gf3. Yeah, I remember this one. Now I think he accepted the sacrifice, and I should have a winning attack here with queen g5 check. And the next move, king f1, is going to be knight d2, and then king h1 is knight f2 with mate. Okay, he took here. I think we take back. Man, I'm still reeling from that pawn endgame. Man, that was brutal. Totally missed it. I thought I might try to win the extra pawn. Just goes to show. Okay, so we have knight d2, and then king e2. He blocks the rook, so there's no back rank nonsense. But do we have a mate? Bishop h3, bishop h3, and queen d2, right? Is just mate. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, knight d4. Oh, interesting. Okay, if I take on g5, knight f5. Oh, so this is Albert. He's from Chess University, one of my students there, and he is really taking it to me. I think I have to just kind of defend here. Queen d7. Okay, bishop a6. Can we take on d6? What's going on? It looks like probably not. I feel like too many things are hanging. I'm just gonna try and consolidate here. Knight a3. Yeah, it's so passive. Queen a4 maybe. Okay, queen a4, and we're gonna hope it's not a blunder, because it feels like it might be. Okay, this one we really have to go for the initiative at some point. Oh, you know, I really should have played h4, but I didn't like that. Maybe g4, h4, but the bishop can go to e4. I'm gonna play king h2. Okay, this one I can take on c3, or I can move my queen closer to, or I can sack my queen. Can I sack my queen? Just play rook dg1. Well, I have a perpetual there, right? Okay, I'm gonna sack my queen. And then maybe I have a perpetual, maybe I have more. Maybe I just blundered. We'll see. We'll find out, guys. ef5. Okay, I think we have to take with the pawn. Control the e4 square. a4. Bishop b7. Can he sacrifice on e6 yet? He might have been able to do it on the previous turn. I need to really watch out for these sacrifices. Okay, let's play d5. Let's turn it into a French. And let's put mate. It's a good game there. Sorry, I forgot to see the username. Okay, I think we either bring the knight in, or we should play queen f6 or bishop c8. Options, guys. So many options here. I really like bishop c8, but then... yeah, let's just make this move, because we're going to need this bishop to attack. Okay, rook f8. Now I'm starting to get the feeling we're very close here. Like rook b1, rook b7. And we just get a big initiative. Yeah, that looks okay. Queen d5, we always just have this discovered attack. So that's, yeah, one thing I didn't anticipate was how hard it would be to kind of follow the chat. Because there's a Twitch chat, there's the chess.com TV chat that I see you guys are hanging out at. Hopefully everyone's having a good time while I'm trying to figure out how exactly to win these games. Rook b1, rook b7, rook e8. And then I just feel like I'm going to have knight f6 and queen h6 and all the positions with my rook on b7. So I'm just going to go for that. We'll figure out the details later on. Oh yeah, but good game to ATS Spore. I think you have to check that opening line because that was an important one. And by the way, guys, after the show, so we're streaming on Chess University's channel, as you guys know. We're also being hosted on chess.com, where a lot of you guys are watching. I don't think we're going to finish at 4 p.m. because we might do a little bit of game analysis to see some of the highlights, specifically being all of my blunders. Let's take with the queen here to keep it more dynamic. Okay, this knight I want to drop back to e3. But yeah, I think chess.com is only going to host us until like 4 p.m. or so. And then we're going to we're just going to continue streaming, but you'll have to watch from Twitch if you want to continue watching. I think the Simul will be finishing up. Maybe we'll have a few final games there. Should I play knight f4? I think so. We have to go for the mate. And I'll also do some game analysis where I go over some of the more interesting fragments. We're definitely going to take a look at that endgame because that was a hoot. That's for sure. And then we'll maybe look at some of the other games, like the more exciting ones. This one is definitely interesting because I just feel like it's so difficult for white to attack in this kind of position. The French is just good. I mean, that's what's going on here. Okay, I feel like I should just start bringing my pieces in. Maybe queen f4. Okay, bishop f6. So it doesn't give me the sack. I could insist on it with h takes g7. Bishop takes. And then queen c3. Yeah, I could do that. I could also just play queen e3 and then just see how black plays. So I'm threatening e6. I kind of like that as well. Not sure. Oh, I have bishop h7 check. Oh, that could be a winner. Bishop h7, king f7. But there's no follow-up, huh? Bishop g6, king e7. Just keeps running. Okay. I feel like I should just play queen e3 and give black the chance to find some kind of defense there. Okay, b3. That looks a little bit sketchy. I'm going to play b5 here. Okay, knight f5, queen f5, I think, is not blundering anything. We should take here, bring the second knife to f4. Okay, and this is what I was talking about. I'm just going to play queen h6, and then I have like knight g5 and knight takes f6. I think white's attack is just irresistible. Okay, f5, counterattacking here. I want to play knight g5 and then just put the knight on e6. But then f4 is always a concern. Can I just take it? Yeah, I think knight g5 here is working. Okay. Rook e3, c4. Feels like it must be played. Yeah, I think we should just go for it. Okay. No time to waste. Alright, here we're playing for the attack, as usual. Queen h4 looks good. f4, bishop f4, h4. I'm just going to start listing candidate moves. And take on d2, knight b3, knight d4. Yeah, it's hard. I guess I'll just play here. Just see what's up. Okay, bishop d3. I don't think there's going to be sacrifices here, so let's play... I don't really like this position all that much, to be honest. Bishop c6, bishop b7. Okay. Okay, king f7. He's going for it. He's going for the run. We cannot let him escape. Yeah, this is a really critical position because if the king escapes here, then white's just going to be down 2 pieces. So I have to checkmate the king. Taking on g7 just seems good, though. I really want to... Yeah, I think I have to take. Okay, knight b5. Queen e2. Some pins on the board. I feel like I can make this pin work. Okay. Knight e4. Yeah, this guy's playing well, Mr. Mohan. I think this is like one of the more solid games where we're just going to have pretty equal position. Okay, now it's time to look for sacrifices. Knight g2, bishop h3. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's think. Just checking. It's so weird to stream and then play a bunch of games because you have to make sure everything is working. I feel like I could just improve with queen f6. I don't have to go for any kind of crazy sacrifice. He can take on b5, but that's fine. That's a pawn we're gonna have to give. Okay, rook g8. Yeah, I was expecting this, and now we have to figure out how to break through. Because f5 he plays e5. Yeah, this one is not so clear. I feel like we're not making it happen on this one. How am I gonna trick this guy? Okay, let's just take the pawn, see what happens. Knight g4, yeah, I gotta keep playing. Making sure I don't flag. Okay, queen b5. Yeah, this game I'm not really getting much. He wants to put the knight on d4, so I kind of have to take that. Okay, here we're getting close to the mate. So I think we have to kind of go for it. Oh, okay. I thought I blundered the piece here, but I think I'm fine. Knight f3, let's challenge the file. Okay. This one, we really need a mate here at some point. Queen g6, queen h5 looks tempting. If nothing else. Yeah, let's try it. Okay, knight c4 here. I think I can get away with this one. But maybe I don't have to. Maybe I can just take and play b3 or f3. No, I don't really like that. I'll play here. Okay, let's find the mate here. Let's start finishing off some of these games. Knight g5 looks pretty convincing. Knight f6 also looks pretty much game over. Yeah, should be. Maybe not, having some second thoughts. Okay, takes on c4. Let's take on e8. Knight f1. Okay, that's a good move. I think we drop in knight b3 and then we try to play knight to d4 here. I think that's the plan. Okay, bishop b5, rook b5. Bishop e4 here. Okay, I think knight g5 was my plan. So let's stick to that. Maybe h4 first. I think knight g5. Okay, I'm gonna start taking risks in these games because I feel like I kind of have to, given the match situation. Okay, so what was my follow-up after giving up the pawn? Was it knight g4 or was it rook to c8? Or was it queen c7? I think it was queen c7. Maybe knight g4. Move order, guys. It's all about the move order. Very upsetting. Okay, let's try knight g4. I think we should go for that. Okay, bishop f5, e4. Double attack, right? Okay, knight e2. He wants to come in. He wants to take the pawn. Yeah, this endgame maybe it didn't go as well as I had hoped, but I feel like I'm still kind of okay. If I can just open up my bishops. Let's think. Maybe a5. Maybe knight c7. Maybe, I really need to develop. Yeah, let's develop the bishop. See how it goes from there. Okay, bishop h6. Fine. Fair enough. f4. No, and then we're just being really weakening. We can just put the knight on e6. Maybe we should play f4. Because we're just going to get the knight to e6. So the bishop on e3 is not really that weak. Okay, let's try it. Knight e2. Okay. So at some point we have to make a choice. Do we take on e4? Or do we play f4? I'm not sure. Let's play bishop d7. Just connect everything. Bishop f7. Take that. e5. That was unexpected, but I have mate, right? Queen h7. Mating nets. Okay, knight h4, queen g5, or are we gonna get a repetition? Definitely not repeating moves. But I think I have to, at least once. Okay, let's bring this rook over to c8. Okay, bishop takes g7. Okay, I was kind of hoping for this one. I feel like this gives me some chances to open up the king a little bit. How exactly are we going to do that? Rook g6. Rook h7. Queen somewhere. Maybe queen f3. All right, we'll see how that goes. g4. I guess you can. It is the end game. All right, knight comes back. That seems fine. Okay, rook c7. Oh, so he's gifting me the pawn, but he wants the d5 square. Ah, that's tricky. Very, very tricky. But I can take with the rook. Queen takes g6. Not sure about my chances there. Maybe I can just play h4. Just start with h4. Always start with h4, guys. All right, this one he wants to repeat, but we're not going to go for that. We're going to go for improving our position. Knight e3. Okay, I just wanted to make sure there was no bishop there. Let's take h5. Yeah, this game is tough. Because my opponent is not castling, and somehow I have to figure out a way to crack it. Okay, let's play f5. Knight d7. He wants to play knight e5. Yeah, fair enough. Maybe I should play rook e1 so I can trade queens, or queen c2. Yeah, my position's not great here. I think I have to play a4. When the position is turning, you kind of have to try and shift the balance a little bit. Bishop f3. What's going on in the Chess TV chat? What are you guys on about here? Nah, just some banter. Oh, I see one question. I got IM back in last year, or at least officially. Okay, knight f6 here. So now black is kind of taking over, and I have to find a way to keep the attack going. Yeah, it doesn't look like this one is going to be great. I think we should just play c4, hope for the best. Okay, g3. It's a real shame. I was really hoping to win that one. Okay, we have knight d3. Bishop can come to h3 or bishop g4. Yeah, this doesn't look good. Let's play here. Queen e2. I don't see the follow-up. Knight h3, also possible. Yeah, that one looks better. More solid. Okay, here, let's bring our knight back to somewhere good. He took here. Let's take on g5. Okay, I'm up a piece here, so I feel pretty good. I'm just going to make quick moves. Okay, he's going after this pawn. I don't blame him. But how do I get some counterplay here? Bishop b2. Knight g7. Take. Oh, that doesn't look good. Okay. Bishop here. Yeah, this one is getting away from us a little bit. How are we gonna figure this one out? Okay, I think we have to just kind of go for it with this move. I'm just going to be taking some practical chances and hoping for the best. Okay, queen a6. He wants to play knight b6, most likely. So we have to play queen c2. Okay, tagging the pawn on c6. Probably we should play knight e5, right? Counterattack. Okay, bishop d7. He's trying to get his pieces out. I think that good strategy in principle. Do we take on d5? Yeah, I think so. Let's try to open things up. Oh, c4. We're opening up the game for me here. Thank you. Bishop e2. Bishop g4 looks really annoying. Just kind of putting pressure on this knight. Maybe g5 first. So many moves. So little time. g5 just take on f2. But also like bishop g4 a lot. Okay, let's play here. We'll see what happens. Knight f3. That seems like a crazy tactic. Knight takes f3, bishop takes on e4. What if I just take with a pawn? Am I getting mated? Oh, he took on f3. Okay. Yeah, I have to take with the bishop here, I think. We'll see. Might be blundering there. I'm not sure. Okay, I really want to take on h3 here because that's the most thematic sacrifice in the world. I think we have to go for it, right? Take, and then queen g3. Okay, rook takes. That's fine. Let's play queen d8. h6. Okay. I think at this point we just kind of have to accept the pawn. Man, I really don't want to give him that square. Are we actually not gonna... Rook e4, he takes on g5. That's the problem. Takes, h5. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, let's drop back. Gotta regroup. Okay, fg4. I think we opened the h file, right? Okay, king g2. Queen g6 could be mate. Knight g5 is possible. I think I have to improve the king here. I just have a feeling the king needs to go to h8. Okay, this one, we're up the piece. Let's be solid. Knight f3. I think we take and play rook e1. Maybe I don't want to take. No, I kind of have to. Okay. This one, check, queen e3. We're getting some checks, but the king is kind of running away. Oh, I don't like this. I feel like we have to get our king out of the way too. Man, this is just bunkers. Check. King e7, queen e3. Yeah, the king just kind of runs out. Maybe some rook move. I just need some fancy rook move to win the game for me, like rook g5. I don't think it works, but what else? Okay, he took this pawn. Yeah, this game's not going well for me here. How do I weasel out of this one? That's the question here. Maybe knight f6? Just give up 3 pawns? I can't imagine that's going to work, but I don't see what else to do. Okay, rook takes f3. Let's play rook e1. Okay, here we have bishop c4, or bishop d5, right? But he takes on c8, we just take back. I'm fine with that. Okay, f5, let's open that up. fe4, or de4. Yeah, this one, I'm a little bit concerned about my queen getting attacked here, but what are you going to do? Okay, going for the mate. Knight g1. Are we going to have to take that? Or do we have some kind of win? I appreciate the positive feedback there, and the constructive feedback as well is actually very helpful, because we do want to do more simuls, and I know today's wasn't perfect in terms of the technical approach, but we are going to improve for next time as I figure out how I'm going to keep my attack alive here. I feel like I have to take on g1, but then he takes on g4, guys, and my knight is trapped. Wow. That's annoying. Okay, I guess we'll have to trade the bishop, but kind of not liking how that one's going. Alright, e5, I want to trade off the knight and fight for the d5 square. That's one of the best plans in the Sicilian. Knight f6. Do we trade or we take on I think we get rid of their knights. When you're up a piece, just trade off your opponent's knight, because that's the piece that's gonna be very annoying. Unless, of course, they have rooks. Also trade off their rooks. Okay, I think I have to play bishop d4. Otherwise, well, queen c1. Can I get away with that? Queen takes c1, bishop takes. It's passive, but it's not losing. All right. This game, I remember this game. I feel like he's been thinking for a while. Yeah, 5 minutes. Okay, queen c6. I just want to go after this pawn. Knight f5, I can kick it. Rook c8. I think we have to recapture. f4, we take on g4 here. Or do we play knight d3? I think we just, well, either or looks doable. Maybe knight c4 even. Just attack the bishop. Yeah, that move looks kind of annoying. Okay, let's take here. Knight f7, I think we take. And we're down 3 pawns there, guys, 3 connected passers, but, you know, opposite color bishops, so who knows, right? Who knows what will happen there. Okay, this one, we really need to start looking for tactics here. Like knight c1 would be a pretty sick move if I can make that work. Okay, do I play f4 or do I push? Do I play g5? G5, I probably get trapped. I think just bring in the rook. Okay. Queen e2, the knight is hanging, we have to pull back. Let's play rook ad1. Knight e5, okay, good move. Now I think we try to come in, but knight takes c4 is a big problem. Okay. Well, at least we know what the problem is. Yeah, this one I don't like. I mean, we have the h-file, but black has knight takes c4, very annoying move. I mean, we could just play b3 here, but knight g4 is also hanging. Okay, so I just need to hit this rook. Like queen g2 or queen e2. I think queen e2 is going to be the move here. But I'm not sure how to follow up. Okay, knight b6 was played. Do we trade or do we play? Do we move the knight? I feel like we move the knight. Alright, I have to start winning some games here. Okay, so this is the sack, and now I just have to find the right follow-up. I can play check and take on f2, but I want to find a way to get the rook in the game. Because queen f3 is coming, and that's always just a very annoying move. h5, queen f3. Yeah, that works. Okay, let's give check here, and then we'll give check on h4. This one I want to play g4, but knight. So let's just, knight h4 is a problem. Let's just improve the rook. Maybe rook b1. Okay. All right, getting low on time. Queen h4 check. Okay, he defended the pawn. That's probably wise. Still got to play for some counterplay here. I get the feeling I have some chances in this one, even though I'm down 3 full pawns with little counterplay to show for it. But okay, let's activate the rook. Okay, this one I'm just trying to catch him somehow. Yeah, I'm not seeing it here, guys. Where is the way? Okay, well, let's get the king out of dodge somehow. Maybe king d1. Did he have bishop? Okay, we'll figure it out later. Okay, here we take and we put the knight on d5. That one is clear. This one, knight g5. Here, okay, I think we trade and just laugh at white's king, right? I mean, we don't really have another choice. Play knight h7. Yeah, let's play for f5. Okay. This one, I think we have to maneuver the knight. Okay, here, queen g6. I wonder how many games I have and if I'm actually gonna survive on time here. We'll see. Be nice to keep track of the score too, because I have no idea. I've definitely lost at least one game in counting. g4. Okay, let's drop this guy back, set up a pin. Knight d4, that's fine. I want to take here. Let's trade queens. Okay, knight c4. Yeah, this one is getting aggressive. I want to play h5 and then g5, open everything up. But this pawn is hanging, which is unfortunate. But maybe we just forget about it. Because we can't play rook b1. Yeah, I think we have some chances there. Okay, knight c6. We take on d2, right? And we have the 2 pieces for the rook. Okay, here. a5. Gotta push for that bind, I think. Although we're not really threatening to take the knight. Hopefully he won't notice that. Bishop e2. Interesting. Do we have bishop c1? And just hitting the knight? Let's try it. We'll see what he does. Okay, king g2. So now I wanted to play h5 and go for the attack with rook h6. But queen f3 is a problem. Not sure. Maybe I'll have to get a draw here, but you know, I really don't want to, right? Okay, let's give another check, keep thinking. Knight b8. Rook takes b8. Here, if we trade queens, then we are potentially better. We can go for that. This one, oh, I forgot about this game. Geez, this has been a while, huh? 10 minutes. Okay, bishop d4 check looks like a winner. And then either queen h4 or maybe just queen h4 right away. I think give check. Take that. Oh, did I blunder the piece here? Whoops. I totally did. But I can take on e6 and I still have 2 pieces for the rook. And okay, we'll figure that one out. Rook d7, that move strikes me as a little bit odd, but let me trade here. Let's play knight e4 and then knight f6 check, right? Gotta go for that. Okay, g6, f5. Here, I think we either take on f4 or knight f3 check. Looks like we get the piece. All right, queen b6. Oh, he's going for counterplay. Well, look who suddenly decided to get some counterplay, huh? All right, Mr. Titali, you're gonna have a interesting story at the end of this day. Let's see. Man, this guy must have taken some self-defense classes because he's just defending very, very well. How do we even create some chances here? Maybe rook e1. Is there a way to set up some kind of mate? That looks very sketchy to me. I don't like that move, but it might be necessary. Okay, we'll just try it. Bishop g6 there. The problem is just he plays king f8. Maybe I should have thrown that in. Okay, rook d1, queen d1. Let's trade these queens and we'll get this endgame. Okay, do we take with the pawn or with the rook? So here, I feel like we still take with the pawn. Okay, now I think we have to play for the initiative. So let's play queen b2. Oh, bishop h5. Okay, good save here. So he doesn't lose the piece. Okay, c4. He realized he doesn't have to move the knight. Maybe I tipped him off. Yeah, these games are, we'll see. We'll see how they go. Let's say maybe bishop d2. Okay, bishop e3. I think we are just winning here, right? Just take this guy. Unless we have queen h4, but it doesn't seem to finish, so I'll just keep it the easy route. Okay, rook d8, interesting. I thought he was just going to take on d5 right away. So knight e4 maybe? I'm going to offer a draw here and play knight e4. We'll see how that works. Okay, this one. Now let's play... Let's make sure we don't end up giving up a pawn here. Let's play f4. Okay, need some counterplay here before white gets going. Maybe rook here. Okay, this one we can take the exchange or we can play for more. I think we play for more, right? Rook c8. Okay, I want to take, but probably doesn't work. Okay, maybe take here. King h3. Wow, this guy is really being bold. Yeah, let's bring a rook in and just let's finish this one off. How do we open up the position here? h5. I feel like it's not fast enough. Maybe just castles. Yeah, let's castle. See how it goes. Okay, bishop g4. We don't have knight f6. He just takes, right? But queen h2 maybe. This is going to be a pretty wild one. Okay. This game I remember. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to break through here. I have some ideas, but I don't really know. Okay, let's just put the queen on f2, right? Just because maybe we can get away with it. A lot of times you should do things simply because you can. Okay, I was hoping for this one because I can take here and then take on g3. Okay, knight b2. Picking up the gauntlet. Fair enough. Queen g6. We have queen g4. Let's play bishop c3 here. Keep it solid. And now let's take and play rook f2. All right. So queen b2, g5. Bishop h6. Okay. I think that was not the worst move I was afraid of, but it's probably not bad either. Yeah, I really need to pick up a book on how to play when you're down two pieces, because this is not Not useful. Okay, let's see. Rook d5. Maybe rook d5. I mean, I really doubt it, but what else? Maybe just rook here? Okay, we'll see how that goes. This one, I think we're just trading everything off. Hopefully I'm going to be a little bit better there. Trade. I think I have to make Luft. Oh my god, guys, it's not my move. Oh wow. Did you guys see that? It was not my move for like a second there on any of the games. Brilliant. Okay, now it's my move again. Do I activate? So many decisions here. I was offered a draw, but I think I gotta play on here because my score is not that great so far, I have to say. I think we take. Okay, here we should start going for the win. Knight g5. Man, my bishops are just so broken here. I mean, they're just not working correctly at all. Maybe queen f5. Okay, rook c3. Yeah, that's a good move for sure. So if I take, is he taking on h3? What's going on here? Maybe. I mean, okay, you'll have to prove it to me. Okay, rook a check. Let's bring it up. Okay, bishop a6. Let's take on c3. That game is looking good. Okay. He follows suit. Now we have to figure out how to kind of start outplaying white in this position. I think starting with queen d7. Got to take care of the light squares. Bishop g4, that's a good one. Do we have any tricks here? I don't think so. I think this is just going to be a resigns, guys. Yeah, this was a fun one, but after opening up the H file here, I just wasn't able to ever make it happen. You know, you have to be someone of Kramnik's level to do that in a position like this. All right, I'm going to resign this one because I just don't even see a way for black to blunder here. Might as well save time. All right, well, good game, Mr. Tatali. And I lost another 200 points there, guys. Brutal. All right, rook h3 here. I still want to play knight f6 check, but he's not letting me. Keeps attacking the queen. Where should I... How do I figure this one out? Do I just sack out of necessity? I might have to. Yeah, I think I might have to sack the queen there, guys. Okay. Jalen offered a draw saying he had to go, but hey man, this is your time. The simul goes until 4 p.m. at least. All right, here we have to take the queen. Okay, queen b1. Okay, we're looking for mates here, guys. If anyone can find a checkmate, let me know immediately because it's very important. I think it's time we take on e4. I think we have to take bishop h3, take. Yeah, I don't really see it. Okay, maybe knight d4. But then he gets to untangle. I just don't want to make any moves because it gives white a chance to untangle. Maybe h4. That's right. h4, h3. Okay, good. Okay, this one is definitely over. Queen a5. Knight c7. Okay, this one is close. This one is really, really close. I don't want to give up my bishop just yet. I'm going to play rook c2. Knight e6, rook c6. That's kind of tough. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. How am I gonna... Oh, I have some ideas there. Okay, let's play rook c2. Okay, took the queen. Fair enough. Bishop d7, let's take care of that file. This game I feel like I'm turning around a little bit. f4, wow, I was not expecting this one. Okay, well, let's keep playing actively. I think we have to play fast and active. That's the key here. Okay, rook c6, that's fine, let's play there. Actually, I don't have that many games left, huh? I have like maybe under 10 games. I can kind of slow down a little bit, maybe not move every second or so. Okay, let's play h4. Yeah, rook c6. I think I'll just play bishop g1. Just take as many pawns off the board as possible. Let's see, knight b3. Okay, so do we take on h2 with check or with on c3 with check? I think we take here. Or do we just move our king up and just be super annoying? That's an idea. No, let's take with check first. Although wait, king g2 there. Okay, I don't think I'm happy about that one. Okay. Here we really need to open things up. Knight d4, knight c5 looks very annoying. Okay, this one I think we double. And then we're trying to play... Oh, but he has queen f5. This one is not the sack I was hoping for. Oh, that's not good. What to do? Okay, let's play... No, I don't like that one either. Let's play here. Yeah, this one's not turning out well either. I think I have to burn some time. Let's think. Feels like I'm just kind of losing here, but what can I do to fight back? Let me just put the rook on g3. Okay, I'm gonna put this guy back here. Okay, king there. I think I have to throw in because he's turning. Is white threatening a discovered attack here? Probably. But I can also just drop my king back. Rook c6. That's no good. Okay, let's try that. Bishop c6. Let's put more pressure here somehow. Maybe h4? Okay, queen g4. Not too worried about this. We have to just keep attacking. Can't let up. So check, there's knight f3, and then we just take the pawn, right? Yeah, gotta take the pawn. Okay, he took. Let's take with the pawn. Okay, check, I think king here. And then we just start taking pawns, or do we play rook e7? But that one just feels like we're losing. Okay, we'll try it this way. Try it the old-fashioned way. All right, rook a6. So gotta save the bishop somehow. Bishop e3 looks logical, just to kind of control the knight. g6, so we just take. Knight g5 next. Okay, here we take, and hopefully don't lose. Rook f3. Yeah, that could be a problem. Take. Check. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, do we have to play queen h4 here? Yikes. That is ugly. But if we have to, we have to, right? I mean, the law is the law. Okay, knight g7. He wants to give knight f5 check. Why not? Okay, let's give rook c2. This one we really have to just go in for the kill. Knight c4. Okay, so knight f6 check. Is he just going to give it back? Well, that's fine. We can do that. Yeah, okay. Here, I get out, knight c7. I can also play knight g5 check, but man, my bishops here are kind of weak. So I don't think I can trade off the knight there. Okay, here let's play bishop f4. Yep. Let's take that. Let's take that. Knight c3. Okay. I feel like my queen is slowly getting trapped here. I can always bail out with knight takes d3, so that's okay, but still. Do I take and just take on f3? I feel like that has to be winning. Take, rook f3. Should we just go for it, or should we think a little bit more? f4. Oh man, running out of time. But I have like, okay, I have like 6 or 7 minutes all over the board. That's enough time. That's like 10 or 15 more moves. Let's see. Just want to look for the mate, but I don't see the mate. Looking for the mate has got all well and fancy, but if you don't see the mate, but then it's not going to not going to work out. 3. Okay, gotta go for it. Check. Okay, I think I want to play king somewhere safe. Safe king here, king d8. Okay, this one I have to take over in terms of the initiative. Queen d5, take. Maybe just start bringing in my king, but he wants to play a5. I don't know how I feel about that. I do not know. I really need to get my knight to d5. So I'm going to play bishop somewhere. Maybe bishop f8. Too passive though. Maybe a5 myself? Yeah, I like that. Let's stop his play. Okay, a4. Yeah, that move makes sense. This one I'm just kind of down 3 pawns, so I don't know how long this one's going to last, but let's activate the king and just see what happens. Okay, queen f5 check. h5. Okay, now do we continue to open it up, or do we I think we improve the pieces, right? Rook c5. Okay, check, we win the piece. Yeah. So that was a close one, just managed at the end there to win. Okay, this one, very, very interesting position. I definitely want to analyze this one later. So check, king f7. Because black doesn't have any threats here, so I should just kind of go after the king religiously. The question is the right way to do it. Rook f1. Bishop h6 is probably not too advisable. Okay, let's give check. I think kind of have to. Okay, this one let's take here. Or maybe with the rook. Go for the back rank mate. This one, I keep forgetting about this one. I think h4. Gotta go for it here. Alright, let's take. This one, let's play bishop h3. Open up the bishop. Okay, bishop takes e4. Alright, are we sacking here or what? Maybe not. Maybe yes, actually. Take. Take. So bishop h3 and then rook f3. Takes, king moves. The issue is that we're just not getting that decisive piece into the game, and white is ready to just kick me out. Yeah, I'm kind of have to do or die here on this one. Take. Just can't get that other piece into the game. Definitely don't want to get my queen trapped. I think I have to go back to b3. I really don't want to make this move, but oh, but g6 is all saying it. Okay, I guess I have to take and then move the queen. Okay, let's take here. I think I do win that one. Knight d4. I think we just simplify the position here. And hope that white can't make use of his bishop. Yeah, let's take. All right, guys. I appreciate all the love and everyone who's cheering for me. But well, coming into this game, I was definitely expecting to lose some games. If not by time, then by egregious blunders, and we have definitely seen our fair share of those today. Okay, rook h8 here looks really good. Just to start hunting down that king, but the king often has a way of escaping this kind of position. Maybe just rook a8, just go around that way. No, I think... Oh, rook h8 is a total blunder. What am I talking about? Okay, let's go rook a8. Really worried we're losing the coordination here, but it's not enough to get the queen for 2 rooks because we're going to need more than that. Okay, let's play... How do we make a pass pawn here? Oof. Yeah, I feel like I have done reasonably well considering that yeah, this is kind of my first time, Simon. I'm just kind of playing moves instantly. This one is tough. I'm going to have to give up on this one pretty soon, unfortunately. But let's try this move. And let's bring in the king. G5, let's go. Man, this bishop is so bad. Okay, gotta improve the bishop, but he wants to win the pawn. I think we just take there. Okay, knight e4, we gotta bring our queen back. Queen b6, unfortunately. Okay, this one, the mate is coming soon. Take. Okay. Oh, I'm starting to flag on these games, aren't I? Okay, I need to really step it up here. Rook g5 looks interesting, but does that actually have a... Okay, let's just play here. Okay, rook g1, threatening mate. That's probably a good idea. Let's bring in this guy. Let's bring in the king. Queen b5, let's defend with the queen on c7. Okay, g4. It's a good move. Now I really want to keep my knight, huh? Okay, queen c2, we're going to put the bishop on f5, I think, here. Okay, b5, let's play take. Let's play... here. Queen d4. Okay, this one is really getting crazy. He wants to take there. Yeah, this one's looking good for black. Rook g1, queen e5. Take that line. It's losing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, everything just looks kind of losing here. What can I try? I guess the king goes to g1. Yeah, but that's worth a shot. Okay, one more trick. We'll see if it works. Let's take that. Okay, this one. Let's bring in the king. And let's play h5. Got to go for the attack there. And I think it's... Oh, it's not my move. Wow, look at that. All right. I feel like I just made a bunch of bad moves on all the boards. So even though it won't be my move, things are not going to be very successful. Okay, man, this guy's defending really solid. Really kudos to Mr. Raspberries here. Let's get the king somewhere better. This one, gotta go for it here. Okay, how am I gonna open up the position? I guess I have to play b4. Okay, this is a position where you try to trade stuff off and hope for the best. Maybe rook e4. That looks interesting. And I think this one is almost done, but I'm just going to play that out. That was a well-played game, I have to say. From start to finish, outplayed. No blunders on my end, except for maybe something in the end game, but I think that was a high-quality game. Okay, I have queen f2 here just to be silly. Should I play it? I mean, I might as well, right? It could work. Take. Yeah, let's be annoying. Okay. Queen d4. Okay, so he wants to get out with the king. I want to keep him trapped. Rook f1 check I feel like is accurate. This keeps the king boxed in. King g7, then we'll take on a7. And then we'll look for a way to set up a mate. It's a shame not to take on h7, but king f6, check, king e5. King just gets out. It's very unfortunate we can't win the queen. Oh, I just got a challenge 40-20. I wonder if I should accept it. Okay, this guy I feel like is really just trying to last as long as possible. He's trying to help out his bros by making moves. Let's go king d3. Let's take that pawn. Okay, got a pawn there. That one might not be so clear anymore. Okay, this one we can take whenever we want, but we should prepare it first. Let's play here. Okay, this one let's give check. Okay, so he doesn't take the queen. Let's make sure I don't blunder the queen. Let's put that back on d4. Queen g6. Very funny, but what's the threat, right? Queen takes h6, I think. So let's make sure we have something in mind against that. Don't see it. Maybe rook e3. Yeah, this looks okay. Am I blundering a mate? Probably. Okay, rook e1, let's take. This one, let's push. No stalemate there. This one, okay, we're ready to open up the king. Do we take h6, knight g4? God, so many choices. So little time. Queen e2 maybe. Just bring in the pieces. You guys are really going to see my instincts at play here. Okay, I think I can take because f7 I have some chances here, guys. All right, this one is over. I mean, Jalen keeps telling me he has to go and he keeps offering draws, but the position is lost, so you're free to go whenever you'd like. Here I can win the exchange if I take, but I'm not sure I really want to. I can also take on e4, but yeah. So take. Okay, I think I kind of have to at some point. All right, rook e8, solid move, I guess. This one is definitely looking tough. This queen takes e5 is so annoying. Yeah, this one really tough. Okay, do I just have to sack the exchange and just hope for the best as usual? Maybe that's not such a bad idea. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, b5. Wow, I can take that. f4. Oh, I'm really starting to flag here. Okay, I really need to step it up. Let's play g6. Okay, this one, let's check. This one is a blunder. Unfortunately, I can take the rook with check. Here I was thinking maybe sacrifice. Let's not go for it and just play g4. Okay, this one I queen. Let's play here. Let's take. Man, I really got to finish off that game. Let's give check. Let's take here. No mate. That one is good. Okay, this one I can take. I have at least a draw there. I think by perpetual I win the exchange here. Okay, things are starting to look up, guys. I'm actually starting to win some games. Which means it's time to get overconfident and try to make sure there's no stalemate. Okay, d5. Interesting breakthrough. I think I have to accept. Okay, rook e8. Let's take here. b6. Wow. Well, I have rook g5, but I'm not sure I really want to make this move. Rook c4. Take. So rook g5 just moves the king, of course, and it's it's gonna be bad. Oh, but maybe I have some ideas there. Okay. The problem is I don't have a bailout. Once I play rook g5, I'm very much committed here. Okay, I think I have to play it safe, but I really don't want to. Okay, that's too bad. All right, this one. I think I might just take the draw here because I don't see a way to win with the two rooks. Maybe rook e1, but knight e5, and black just kind of takes over. Okay, I think we have to be objective on that one. Here we should have e4. That should be a winning breakthrough. Here, let's trap the king. Okay, this one. I'm worried about e6. Man, this is the most passive game I've ever played. Okay, this one, got to set up the mate, g5. That one I think I'm just going to repeat. This one, let's set up the mate. Here, let's give check. Here, let's give check. Sergey, I'm sorry. I thought I was accepting your challenge, but maybe that was one of the games that had aborted. But no, I won't be accepting anymore today. I apologize. Here, I think the idea was to play queen g5, and I don't see an embarrassing way for black to win. I see many normal ways, but nothing too embarrassing. This one, I think I have to go for the draw because I just don't see a way. If I could just play bishop h6, things would be so good. But I just don't see a way to kind of defend this one and then have time. So I think I'm going to have to go for the repetition here. Okay, this guy is really defending stubbornly here. Let's play king f6. This one I have to take here. Here, let's take. Okay, really got to make sure we don't flag in this case. Here, let's mate. Here, let's take that with check. Let's play here. This one I thought I had queen f6, but I'm not sure I have time. Let's play here. Oh, it's not my move. Amazing. Okay, let's... Oh, wait. Bishop's hanging, guys. Let's not forget that. Okay, this one. h5 is mate, right? Okay, let's take that. And let's make the draw there. This one, let's give our king in. Oh, that one's not mate. Okay, queen takes g2. All right, good game there. This one, let's make a draw. Excellent game. Lost another 70 points. Okay, this one, we got to run the pawn up the board. See if we can win against that knight. Okay, here g5, I think, right? And we're going to get another king and pawn in game that I'm going to lose. I mean, most likely. I'm actually very concerned about that one. Okay, let's play here anyways. Okay, this one, let's try not to flag. And let's try to mate. Knight f5 looks very tempting. Okay, this one, oh, he's got that control. Take here. Here. I really want to take that knight, but we see what happens when you go into king and pawn endgames unprepared. Okay, let's take. Man, this one I'm really losing track of. I feel like a blunder here is almost necessary. And let's run the a-pawn. I think I'm actually winning that one, guys. I mean, I was losing the whole game there. This one, though, I can take, I feel like, and just bring in my king. Oh, man, if I'm wrong about that one, guys, that's going to be really, really painful. Okay, I have a quick break here. It wasn't my move. But this one, yeah, I didn't really mean to give up on h7, but I think I had no choice. Okay, I think I can go for this. And black will have to find a way to avoid losing. Okay, let's bring in the king. We're going to see another king and pawn endgame. Alright, knight d4. Man, things are really going down to the wire here. I'm just going to go for it. I'm very nervous, but Well, that one seems to be winning because the a pawn is notoriously difficult for the knight to deal with there. So unfortunately, that was a real swindle on my end because I was just losing that entire endgame there. And just at the very end, I was just playing for this kind of one idea with the outside passed pawn. Okay, knight takes e7 looks pretty good. Knight h6 check. I feel like I should just take, but where's the win? Maybe I should play here. That's a tricky move. Okay, check. I just wanted to block. And this one, unfortunately, white's not in time, and the knight was out. So Wilsonator, my apologies. This was definitely a lucky one on my end. And what's going on here? Am I losing this one again? King g4. Oh man, these king and pawn endgames, guys, are so brutal, so brutal. Okay, I have to win at least one king and pawn endgame. I mean, to redeem myself. Otherwise, it's truly an embarrassing stream. Okay. Rook here. Don't we just have queen takes g6? I think I might swindle this one with a win. Hg is also winning. Or is it? I have no idea. Take king h8. Where's the win there? I think you have to take with the pawn. No time to figure it out. Hopefully I don't flag in any of these games, but we'll see. Yeah, I think I'm just losing that one, unfortunately. That is crazy. Okay, let's make sure we don't blunder this one away. This one, let's go here. Yeah, guys, I think I'm losing this one also. This is unbelievable. Black is just much faster in that position. I just had no time to figure it out. See, this is why you just don't go for king and pawn endgames if you're not sure. But yeah, that one's going to be brutal. Okay, this one I think I'm starting to take over with this knight takes f4. Maybe knight e1 is stronger. No, I like grabbing pawns. Let's grab the pawn. We'll take that one. Okay, this one looks like a mate, right? Queen h6. And then eventually rook comes to, or queen comes to h8. Okay, so that one is good. This one I can just take. And this one I'm just not in time. Oh, that's brutal. That's really brutal. Okay, e6 is a good try, but I'm sorry, Mr. Alex. It's going to be mate on the board. Tots, this is the end as well. And this one I'm going to run this way. Maybe I'll try to finish with this game because this is my one redemption of the day for the king and pawn endgames. Yeah, my rating was brutal. Maybe we should make... No, we decided actually on purpose that we're going to allow people to offer rated challenges just to make it more fun. Like, you beat me in a Simul, you get 300 points. I think actually it's kind of a fair system. So this one I'm just lost, right? Takes h3, and it's too slow. But this one I'm winning. I have... my king is better here. So I think we just have the two games left with the two king and pawn endgames. So what a way to finish the show. Actually, we are going to be finishing the games before 4 p.m. Here my opponent's going to try to trap me, but it's not going to work. And okay, I'm going to resign this one. So good game, Mr. Mohan. Actually, this was a well-played game by him from the start. Really got away from me there with that king and pawn endgame. I'm going to close my eyes and see how many rating points I'm losing here. Oh man, 120. Brutal. Okay, let's see. Do I have any more games? Yeah, I have, I think, 2 more. Well, I won that game by resignation. That's good. And this game is still going, but this one is over. So chess.com is only going to host us until 4 p.m., but I'm going to go over some of the more interesting games. We're just going to continue the stream on Twitch for Chess University. So if you guys are interested, you can check that out. And any questions you had about any of the games, especially if you're a participant and you played and you want to go over your game, that would be the place to do it. I definitely want to hear from the people that I lost to because, well, I think to me those are the most exciting games, right? And I want to learn from those losses. I think this is the last game, right? Okay, King D2. A2, and I think we're going to make the queen here. Yeah, Tots, I think you were doing well. That was the game. I have some ideas about how you could have played there. Because that one kind of got away from you. Like, you had the big space advantage the whole game, but Black was able to kind of swindle it. Alright, guys. Well, I have 4 minutes and 25 seconds. So I'm going to take my time with this one and just make sure I show the best technique here. Shout out to everyone watching the show. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and chatting. Hopefully you guys found the Simul instructive, especially this part as I show the absolute best technique to checkmate with king and queen. Okay, let's give a check here. Drive that king to the back rank. And we're going to make sure to avoid a stalemate here at all costs. By the way, guys, I am curious as to what was the favorite game. Oh, I got 13 points for that. Wow, nice. Which games did you guys find the most interesting? Whether I lost or we had a couple of draws as well. I definitely take a look because I might forget some of the more interesting positions. I could use your reminders in the chat there. All right, well that wraps up the Simul. I'm hoping I can just kind of quickly figure out my score here. Okay, let's say I have 1, 3.5, 4.5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, I won a lot of games. Okay, 9-1, 9-2, 11, 11-3. I think I lost 2 games, it seems. 3 games. Okay, I lost to Mr. Small Fry GM. This was the first game. This was brutal. Because I think around here, I started anticipating that we were just going to trade off all the pieces and go into a king and pawn endgame where I would have an extra pawn that would be doubled, and I would try to figure out how exactly I'm going to convert it. And then exactly this happens. Bishop g3, he plays knight to e5, and I'm like, I can really go for this endgame now with rook to d1. Rook d1 on the board, takes, everyone in the chat starts face palming. Bishop takes f3, and then here it was. But I completely misevaluated this endgame. This was brutal because once the pawn moves to f3, I no longer have a defense against this outside passed pawn. So this was a very instructive moment because I did not see this coming at all. And then after bishop takes f3, of course I should have just taken with the pawn, but Black is doing okay here. Maybe I have f4 and I can escape by taking this pawn. Maybe White is still doing perfectly fine there. But of course I did not anticipate that at all. I took with the bishop. And then when I came back to the board and I saw h5, I was like, oh my god. It's like literally forgetting the oldest trick in the book. Okay, so Squiggle, that game was interesting that we played, and I see you have a suggestion there. You could have played rook f3 on move 21. Let's take a look. So rook f3 here. And then let's assume I take the knight, right? Because you're attacking my queen. Oh, and then maybe you just bring the other rook to g... Oh, but no, my bishop is here. So you have to play rook to g3. And then you're saying I don't have a way to defend g7. Is that it? Because I think you might be right. Let's see. Rook f3, take... Yeah, I don't see an immediate defense here for Black. So I think you have a good point here. Because this bishop is so strong. And g6 is, of course, unplayable. Just going to take there. Yeah, this is a very interesting tactic. And it's actually a good lesson. When you're up a piece, a lot of times you should look for these opportunities to give back the piece, but then get the initiative. Yeah, maybe Black has to play g5. I think someone suggested this in the chat, but I think White just wins here. I think the king is too open. Even we can think about bringing the rook to h1 here. So we can play like queen f5 and then just sack on g5 and open everything up. So I think it's going to be... This looks pretty bad for Black. I would agree with you there. This was an interesting game. Earlier I could have, of course, made the repetition, but, I wanted to play on and look for a way to win. Kind of kept the game going. I missed this move f4. That was a really strong idea. This just pushes Black back, and then Black has very little compensation. So I was pretty lucky to win the game with that tactic at the end there. Okay, let's see. What other games do you guys want to take a look at. I guess this would be a good time to mention that Chess University, we do these online classes called the Prodigy Program, and that's where I think most of the players in the Simul are students from there. So it's good to play against some of the students from the Prodigy Program. These are like these weekly online classes that we do every month at Chess University. But I really had a lot of fun with the Simul today. Okay, let's look at the game with Mohan, because I see he's in the chat here. Yeah, this was an interesting Slav that I thought I had the upper hand at some point. All right, let's go to that critical position when I again started talking about this king and pawn endgame, and again ended up completely misevaluating it and losing embarrassingly in front of millions of people. All right, so around here, this is where I really wanted to play rook to g5 simply because I could, but I think after king f7 or king h7, the rook is just kind of trapped. King f7, I was really entertaining this idea to take here, and then after f takes g5 to play h6, threatening h7 and also threatening queen g7 and threatening maybe bishop c4. But I think instead black just puts the king on h7 and then none of this works. Although maybe it still does, because I still have... Because I could put the pawn on h6, and if the king takes, queen h8 would be mate, but I think he just defends the checkmate with queen e7. This looks kind of interesting. I don't know. Maybe black has some defense here, like queen e5. And then the king is in time to stop the pawn. So I don't think this is really interesting. Anyways, in the game we played rook c4. And then we got this queen endgame where white is just, I felt like a little bit better just because the queen seems to be more active. But the problem is the king safety. So if I take, the queen can easily come in, probably to e6. Okay, so I went for g5, queen e5, and then this was a big error on my part to trade. I should have taken on f6. Now I was smart enough to avoid this one, right? Because here black does get the outside pass pawn, and this is probably good for black. But I'm guessing I should just keep my queen on the board and just kind of play this position. And I think white is okay here, probably close to equal. The middle game, I think black played pretty reasonable. I think maybe black even had some chances for an advantage around this point after knight e4, because this move looked really interesting. Yeah, by the way, thanks to everyone tuning in and sending the positive messages. I appreciate that this was entertaining for you guys. I'm not sure what my final score was. I think I lost 3 games and I drew 2. So out of 28, whatever that would be, maybe 23 wins? Maybe. I'm so tired I can't even calculate simple arithmetic anymore. All right, knight e4, take. Yeah, the position here looked really good. It just seemed like black is getting the initiative. But this move, rook d7, I thought was... Maybe white is just fine here. Yeah, but in terms of king and pawn endgames, they are very complicated. And I'm going to have to read some Dvoretsky's endgame manual. That's going to be my my homework until the next Simul. Okay, another game that was very interesting was this draw with... Mr. Saulo. I don't know if you're still here in the chat. And yeah, I think we're going to be keeping the show going past the hour. I think chess.com is going to be hosting another channel here other than Chess University. But we're going to keep the show going. So if you want to see some more game analysis, you can head to our Twitch. And I probably should have mentioned this more often, but yeah, we are just starting up this streaming channel, and we do appreciate if you guys want to follow and subscribe. If you're interested in playing in the Simul next time, which will take place in 2 weeks, you should make sure to sign up at chessuniversity.com, because we're going to email out people when the Simul is approaching, and then you can make sure and try and show up and get your spot, because we really want to get as many people into the Simul as possible. It was a bit unfortunate that I had to decline requests today. I'm normally not normally not used to declining people like that on chess.com, but yeah, we did have a very limited time frame. Okay, this game was very interesting because I thought I was doing very well, and then I was pretty sure I was dead lost after the queen sacrifice, and then I was okay again. So the key moment was somewhere around here. like the whole game, I'm trying to get knight e4, knight f6 check in, but in every position, like knight e4 here, for example, black can either take on c4 or maybe take on g4, and everything is just hanging in my position, so that's no fun. So finally, whoops. So I brought the queen over to h2, rook h3 happened, and I felt like I just have to take and try to get something on the h file and also try to get knight f6 check. And queen d7 was a very strong move, hitting the rook and threatening queen f5, which pins the knight and just kills everything. So I really went into the tank here. I spent 1 minute and 40 seconds. I think that was actually my longest think of the simul. Because rook h1, the problem is queen f5, and I don't have knight f6 check. If I take and try to threaten some kind of checkmate, it just takes with check, and it doesn't work. So that was unfortunate, and I thought I was losing there, but instead I decided to play a different move, not to allow black this easy win. Just rook back to h1. I felt like this was a high-class move, just trying to be solid. Black definitely should have played queen f5 here just to freeze me up, and then next just take on c4. And I don't have rook f1. He can just give back the queen. He's going to be up material. But instead, I think my opponent let the advantage slip. He took on c4, which allows me to get knight f6 check, and then black has to give up material, and white had enough play here. And I think a draw here was a fair result, because if I try to win, I'm probably going to get mated. Like rook e1, for example, would be a winning attempt, but you can also call this a losing attempt, because after knight to e5, maybe black just kind of takes over and white doesn't get anything. So this would definitely be a tough one for white. Okay, and then there was another game I lost to Mr. Titali. This game was very exciting because I felt like I completely blundered that after cd4, if I take with the knight, I'm just losing the h4 pawn. But I felt like it was kind of a happy blunder, because now I have the open h file, and it seems like I get a ton of compensation. By the way, guys, after this one, if there are any specific games you want me to look at, let me know in the chat and we'll take a look. Otherwise, I think this might be, this was kind of the last one that I had in mind to really make sure to kind of investigate a little bit. So, bishop d3, h6, g4. I felt like g4, I mean, what else, right? You could play f5 and just take on h6 next move. Maybe that was interesting. Maybe that was the way to go. And just like pre-move, bishop takes h6, no matter what. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. I think this would have been, it would have been a good try. I don't see exactly how black plays here. I mean, the position is just ridiculous, right? Like, the king is on d1, we blundered a pawn. Now we're giving up the e5 pawn, but like, okay, he takes, we take on h6. I'm not sure how, because the h file is open. Like bishop f6, we're just gonna pull back and, you know, eventually swing over. And yeah, I don't know, maybe just knight takes d4. Maybe black just says who cares, but bishop takes g7 is the idea, and queen h6 and queen h8, and that would be that would basically be game over. Yeah, I mean, it looks good to me. I don't really know. I hesitate to kind of use the engine, although it would be interesting to use the computer in all these games. But of course, it's going to point out tons of blunders. And the important thing when you're using the engine is just try to learn a couple of things. Like if you blunder a tactic, or if you blunder some kind of pawn endgame, right? Try to figure out exactly how to improve for next time. Bishop g5 is definitely a good defensive try. And now white has some options here. Like, for example, look at this move, f6. Like, this is the kind of thing that I was going for in the game, right? But unfortunately, I didn't have the wherewithal to just play f5 immediately. This would have been amazing, right? Takes, I have rook h8, or bishop h7 is that's probably good enough. But okay, black can still take on f6. And then we do have the checkmate, right? We have rook to h8, king takes g7, queen h6. So that would be interesting. I think that would be a really... this would have been a really good try in this game, f5. And just take on h6 and just open it up. Let's see. Oh, maybe black can play... No, we still get the h-file tactics. Like bishop g5, we can still take. And even if we trade queens, I think actually white is not going to be worse here. Because we have bishop h7 and we have a minimum perpetual check here. Maybe even more if black takes on e6. And we haven't sacrificed materially, I mean a full piece, so black can't let us take the knight. So if he just takes back... oh, check, king f7, but... Well, maybe white just has some play here. I mean, I feel like this isn't that that convincing for black. I feel like white definitely has a fair share of chances. Oh, I see we have Mr. Raspberries in the chat. Yeah, well, let's look at your game next. So stick around. So this seems like white would have at least enough compensation for the sacrificed pawns. Yeah, I really like f5 here. I think this would have been the way. In the game, I just didn't get enough, and Titali played really well to kind of just consolidate and make use of his 2 extra pieces. Of course, taking advantage of a couple of my blunders. All right, let's switch over to the game with Mr. Raspberries. That was the last game that finished. And yeah, this was the King's Indian. This was where I was really trying to break through here. All right, well, let's talk about this opening because I feel like the middle game that we got was a good King's Indian. All right, we're really going to learn something here about middle games, I think. Let me close out of this, actually. Okay, so here white has kind of given up the dark-squared bishop, and I think that is going to be good for black because, as we saw in the game, I can just pull back, play f5, h5, and the bishop can activate via h6, and white just doesn't get the same play on the queen side. The rest of the game was really interesting, but I think this was actually kind of the critical moment because I just don't like this way of playing for white, giving up the bishop. I understand at this point you kind of have to, because if you go back, I'm just going to play g5 and win the pawn. So the truth is that bishop g5 is just kind of a dubious move here, in my opinion, because you're forced to give up the bishop, and then I think black just gets a very comfortable game. Better move would have been queen c2. This is kind of the main line here to defend the pawn. Then black plays a5 to stop b4, and then you don't want to allow a4. So this move a3 would be a mistake because white could play a4, or black could play a4 and really fix you, and then you don't get the queenside play going. So this is kind of a well-known idea for players to play b3 here. Maybe not here, but either on this move or somewhere in the future. And then rook to b1, a3, b4, and this is how you get your queenside play going. But honestly, I'm going to keep calling you Mr. Raspberries because I don't know your name. These lines in the King's Indian, these classical main lines, they look good for white because you get this big space advantage. But the problem is that black just gets a very, very easy play and very easy plan. And I felt like I could play this game without really thinking too much. It was a great game for the Simul because all of the ideas are just kind of well known. So if you want to play this way with white, if you want to play this opening and you don't want to play like e4 or some other line, if you specifically want to play this, you really have to study some games of key players who play this position with white. I'm going to give you a couple. Vladimir Kramnik would be number one. This guy has just brutally demolished the King's Indian throughout his career, playing the classical main lines. He's been in Kasparov. I mean, he's been in Nakamura, everyone in the book. Other than him, Loke van Wille is another great grandmaster who really understands these lines for both positions. There's many players as well. Anish Giri has played the white side of this line many times, and his games are well worth studying. So I'd really check out some of these guys, really pay attention to their games, because otherwise it can be very difficult to play for white if you don't really know the key plans and how to put pressure on black. One more player I'll mention because I just remembered him. Alexander Lenderman, United States Grandmaster, good friend of mine. He's very good at the white side in these positions. I think Sam Shanklin is as well, who you guys most likely know from chess.com. Shanklin, Lenderman, these guys have played this line a lot of times. And if you look at their games, you'll see some very nice victories. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of games, but those are the players I would study for this specific line. All right, guys, looks like we've been booted off of chess.com. So we just have the Twitch audience here. And I see we have Tots in the chat. And let's take a look at your game. So this game I won at the very end, but honestly, I did not deserve to win this game. I'll be very honest about that. I think you missed a lot of wins in this one. So let's go through. The middle game was really interesting because we got this position where it's just not clear how white can attack. Eventually what happened was what I kind of expected would happen. You know, I have to start pushing pawns on the king side. I open up my king side. You break through, you know, on the queen side with the counterplay, and black's counterplay ends up being much stronger. And that's because this is just an excellent version of the French. The bishop on f5 is usually sitting on d7 in this kind of position. Here it's outside the pawn chain, it's very strong, and the bishop was just very, very annoying on e4. So I think you play this game well, and you were just missing a little bit at the end there. Just some accurate calculation to finish it off. Could have been an international master today, I think, if you had just had a little bit more, if you had just found maybe one or two more strong moves towards the end. Okay, so here I started pushing, and h5, g5, rook c3. Yeah, I think at this point you play this very well. You're definitely correct to grab this pawn on b2. And it's not about grabbing the pawn, but it's about opening up the c file for your rooks, right? And I think that's exactly what you did. So I kind of went for with g5, rook c3. Very strong move I took here. Now originally I thought your intention was to just sacrifice the exchange, which is probably very close to winning. I imagine take, rook c3. And then we're just trying to come in. If rook e3, it's important that the rook on a1 is hanging, so black just trades and takes on a1. And I think white is just not in time here to do anything, because I'm not in time to play queen to g5. If I play king h2, for example, rook f3. And I think black just wins. Queen g5, we can take on f2 with something. And we're either mating or we're mating. Like queen g2 is the only move, and then rook h3 is good enough, queen h4 is good enough. Black is winning here. This is definitely a nice way to finish the game, I think. This would be earning game of the day honors, I think, if you had found this one. And of course black is just winning here. So yeah, I thought this was your first way to just kind of clearly win the game on the spot. Rook takes h3 is just very, very forcing. In fact, I might put this position in my classes at Chess University just to be like, this was your chance, right, to win the game. Now you have to find the way to win as black. Let's go back to what happened in the game, because I think you had more chances other than that. So you played rook f3, which is a good move. Queen h4, queen takes d4. And now black is just winning, because if I play queen g5, I assume your intention was to sacrifice this way. And this just leads to a win. King h3, bishop f5. And white has to give up the queen to continue the game. Oh, so you just forgot that the rook on a1 is hanging. So you thought white would have rook e3, and you didn't realize you would have queen takes a1. Yeah, see, so it's just like one tiny detail. If you notice the one detail, then you win the game easily, right? That's brutal. That's what chess is all about. So this would have been winning. So I couldn't go for queen to g5. Instead, I went for rook ac1 just to fight for the c file. Rook e8, and here I felt like my best chance was to sacrifice and well, try to keep black's counterplay at bay, because I'm just really trying to get this queen g5 in. Now I felt like things are not so clear because black does not have the bishop to create all these threats. But here's the thing, so when things kind of start getting swindle, when white starts turning the tables, you really have to know when to bail out and go for the endgame, right? Like you could have played this at any moment, and this would force white to trade queens, and then we get some random rook endgame where black has some extra pawns. So I don't know if white, can hold this one or not. Something like this would happen, but black has no losing chances. And so from a practical point of view, this had to be the way to go, because you have an extra pawn or two in the rook endgame, and either you win or the game is a draw. You have no losing chances here. In the game, once you play g6 here, you're giving white so many chances to potentially win. So I think I gave check because I didn't want to flag. I played rook to c7. And here 100% you have to bail out and trade the queens, and just make sure you at least don't lose the game. Now you might not win the game because white is collecting a lot of pawns here, but definitely black does not lose this kind of position where you're up a pawn, right? It's white who has to kind of figure out how to make a draw here. So yeah, I think your mistake there was maybe panicking a little bit. I forgot what move you played. Oh, you played rook f8 or rook f5. And this was just a blunder because this allows the mating attack starting with h takes g6, and that was it. So yeah, I think that one was a real turnaround, and I think I had I definitely got away with one there, because I think black should have won if you had just found a little bit, you know, more precise way to open up white's king. Then black should have won. That's definitely a game you can analyze with the engine. I'm sure it'll show you many more ways you could have won, because my position was very, very weak and very bad. Alright guys, I think we're going to wrap up the stream here. Gone through a couple of the games. I really enjoyed the Simul today. It was absolutely exhausting. Actually, it was a big challenge. I thought I did pretty well in terms of time management, because I kind of was able to make very, very quick moves that were, for the most part, good. I had maybe 2 or 3 kind of egregious blunders that we all remember and can forget about hopefully soon. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we'll stick around for our streams in the future. So Chess University is going to start streaming now at least once a week. We're going to have this show every Sunday, 2 to 4 p.m. Pacific. And next week we're going to be doing a game analysis, which is going to be really cool. So if you guys have games that you've played that you want an instructor to analyze, you can send those in. I would first create an account at chessuniversity.com if you want to kind of find out more info. We're kind of hoping to be like the educational stream, right? We have Chess Bras, they're kind of the party stream. John Bartholomew, he's a hero, you know, that everyone loves. Chess.com is like fun, fast, speed chess, 4-player chess. Chess University, this is going to be kind of like the educational one, more lecture based. I think for the next Simul, we might kind of limit the seats a little bit, so it's a little bit slower, but maybe even involve a second or third player so that it's more interesting, or maybe some background music would be good. If you guys have any feedback for the show, you're welcome to leave it here in the comments, as you've been doing, of course, or you can email us at Chess University. And yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks to everyone who subscribed, followed, and donated. I saw some notifications, but I didn't really see it in real time, so I couldn't thank you during the show. But for those of you that did, hopefully you felt like you got your money's worth today for the show. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for tuning in, and this has been Kostya for Chess University, and I'll see you guys in future streams soon. So make sure to follow and subscribe, sign up, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.